What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Marcus Washington, and you're on the mark where we talk everything Falcons football, family. And finally, yikes, we have won a game. First time in a month and a week, and I can finally say this. Smoking on a Saints pack. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So Atlanta beats the Aints pretty handily. Final score 24-10. You take away the pick six. They only score 3 points. Listen, man, it's a good feeling to be on the winning side of things, but this game just showed me how bad the Saints are, bro. They are hot garbage. They had 2 opportunities to score, only came up with 3 points. They held the ball for like what seemed forever, and I'm like, bruh, oh god, Atlanta about to fold again, bruh. I think we did everything we could to put this team back in the game, but they're that bad. They are that bad. This defense, man, came away with another 5 or 6 sacks, and let's look at the numbers. All right, so the team stats. Total yards, we had 302. They had 293. Passing yards, we had 181. They had 214. Rushing yards, 121 to 79. We had 5.5 yards per play. Jesus, they had 3.8. First downs, they had 21 to our 13. Third down efficiency, bam, 3 of 12. 3 of 12 on our end. Not good. They weren't any better. 5 of 16. Fourth down efficiency, we went for it once we got it. They were 2 for 5. Total plays, 55 to their 78. Sacks allowed, they got to Kirk Cousins 3 times. We got to their quarterback 5. Penalties, 9 for 82. Wilkinson, bruh, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? They only had 4 for 36. Now, mind you, one of those penalties was an intentional grounding. We shouldn't have got, but New Orleans home cooking. Y'all know how that goes. They had 1 fumble loss. That was from Kamara on a botched handoff. We had the interception, the pick 6. Kyle Pitts. Whether you think he was interfered with or not, he's dropping way too many balls for me. And they ended up throwing an interception on their last possession of the game. Time of possession, we had it 27 minutes. They had it 32. And their field goal kicker, boy, I thought our field goal kicker, we've had issues. This man was missing from like 34 yards. They firing him in the morning. But I'll take this one, especially against the Saints. I don't care if we haven't won a game. Any game against this trash ass rival, I will take. That's how garbage y'all are. And we ain't been no better this year. We better than y'all though. I mean, dude, whew. And Kirk Cousins, for the most part, pretty good. Bijan had a couple. Oh my God, he was getting clipped. He was going to the house. There was 2 of them I saw where had he not got clipped, he's going to the crib. Algier is Algier. It was good to see Darnell Mooney actually want to fucking play some football today. But the defense, bro, Pierce and Walker, Jesus Christ. Onyemata got in on one. This defense is really the highlight of this game, fam. They didn't give up the pick 6. They only gave up 3 points. In 4 quarters, they gave up 3 points. But again, this is against a bottom feeder team this year. I'm gonna take the dub. Mentally, dude, I'm out of it. I'm out of it. I'm not thinking playoffs. However, I am curious as to what has got us playing under center now. Because with Penix, it was straight pistol formation. Zach didn't give a fuck what we said. It was pistol formation. Now with Kirk Cousins, we played under center immediately when he came in last week. And now the majority of it is under center. I'm like, is this Kirk Cousins pulling a I'm not playing in the pistol card? Because, the commentators are like, well, this is where Kirk's comfortable. A lot of 13, 3 tight ends. Yeah, man, I'll take the dub. Pardon me if I don't sound so enthusiastic, man. We could have used this last week against Carolina. But, I'm questioning Zach now, bro. Because if you can play under center with Kirk Cousins, who can't really move, why couldn't you do that with Michael Penix? So this is telling me two things. Either Michael Penix is just terrible at understanding things from a quarterback perspective, and you got to put him in shotgun, or you had more pull with the young quarterback in there. So you can call whatever the fuck you wanted to. But as soon as Kirk Cousins gets there, he's under center. Either way it goes, man. Any win against the Saints, I'm going to take. But I can tell you, fam, mentally and emotionally, I had clocked out on this game. I don't even think I came into the game clocked in. That's how far we've fallen. Because usually I get rain, sleet, or snow, I'm going to get up for these games. Especially a rivalry game against a team I despise. I couldn't really do it. I'm like, we need a shift, man. We need a shift. I'm a diehard through and through, bro. But second half starts, I'm like, here we go with the bullshit again. But if this is how they're going to play on offense, I need Kirk Cousins to buck the system a lot more then. Because even without the presence of Drake London, we were able to get some guys going. And then that pass to Darnell Mooney, beautiful, beautiful pass. But again, this is a trash team. This is what you're supposed to do to a trash team. You need to do this next week against the Jets. But this is how you're supposed to handle a trash team. Beat the brakes out of them at the house. But even with that, they still had opportunities to score. They just couldn't. Fourth down, you're going to put Taysom Hill in. Everybody and their mama know. If he finds a gap, he's going to try to run. He's not that good of a quarterback. We know this because they tried him out a couple of years ago when their actual quarterback got hurt. He's a gimmick guy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But when Taysom Hill comes in, I'm like, play the run. I don't give a fuck if they're trying to fake it. Play the run. He's gonna hold the ball. And even though I hate the Saints, I'm like, why the fuck would y'all call that on a fourth down? Y'all that bad? But yeah, man, I wish I could be more enthusiastic about this win. I do. But they have zapped. This organization has zapped that out of me. We're not going to the playoffs. So these games are, to us, honestly, exhibitions for the most part. I'm evaluating talent already. We still got games to play. I'm evaluating talent on who's staying and who's going in the offseason. Because contrary to what some folks are going to say, we are not running the table. Even if you did run the table, you still need help. That's how far behind the 8 ball we are. We're currently sitting third in the NFC South, looking up against Carolina, who's already swept us this year. We have a losing record in the division. And we just beat a trash team. So again, I'm looking towards the offseason and the moves that we already need to make. I know people have talked about, the Penix injury, and I think he just had surgery or whatever. And he's going to be out. They're saying he might not be really ready until August. Some people want to draft a quarterback. Some people want to see if they can somehow make a trade, pick up one in free agent, whatever. I'm like, listen, I'm just gonna celebrate this win. I've tried to stay away from everything this week, man, because it has been an absolute dumpster fire of a season already, and I'm still trying to figure out how Atlanta fucked this up. But rest assured, I might get back on here this week and have a smoke session for the Saints. I just might, because y'all trash to me. Y'all will always be trash. And shout out to Drew Brees for being biased and butthurt watching his team get their ass beat at the house. Drew Brees ain't meant to, do color commentary yet. Or he's not even the color commentary. He's supposed to be the pro. But that shit was 100% biased for the Saints fans. For the Saints. So it was 100% biased. The only thing, there was one call, and that was the intentional grounding. On our side, that wasn't intentional grounding. That he then did a 180 once they got the officials man on there. But that's the Saints for you. Home cooking. It's home cooking. That's why I always hate playing in New Orleans. Some type of way. If it's us, there's gonna be a mystery call somewhere. And then the only reason they threw the flag was because the fans were up in arms and the players were up in arms, so they threw goddamn laundry on the goddamn ground. But again, game ball goes to the defense, man. For us to have damn near 30 plus sacks in 3 games and us have a losing record. But hopefully we find something. Our issue is offense. Our issue is definitely offense. So we need to clean that up. Hopefully Drake comes back this week. Next Sunday. If not, y'all need to run the same offense. Because Algier was eating, Bijan started eating. Kyle Pitts, man, I've been campaigning for your dog. I have, man. But I want you gone. It almost seems like we don't have a tight end position. Because he's not, contrary to what we want to say, he's not a dog like Drake London. If it's a 50-50 ball, chances are he's not coming down with it. So I'm not trying to franchise Kyle. He ain't earned that. I honestly, at this point, feel like you can pick up another tight end and you'll be all right. Now, Kyle might go somewhere else and flourish because I've said they have not used Kyle Pitts like they did in his first year. His second year, he got hurt. His third year, not really productive. So again, this is why I'm evaluating talent at this point. There isn't even a need. Well, I started to say that, and then my petty gene just kicked in. It just kicked in out of nowhere. I was about to let Saints fans go because I felt like, why beat a dead horse? You know what I mean? Why? But I mean, fam, y'all know we do this every time we play the Saints. I have to dive in. I have to dive in on some of these podcasts. I have to. I have to. I have to. So let's take a minute. We're just gonna browse. We're gonna browse through this. Hold on.
Yeah,
It's what it is.
I think it's
Shout out to
it's
these
about as simple as that. Honestly, it's just like this team did not look ready to compete, ready to play an NFL game on Sunday, and that is I mentioned already, especially annoying coming out of a bye week. It's annoying at any point, but it really felt like this was a chance with a very easy schedule left to maybe get some wins, get some momentum, have a little bit and honestly, maybe it's saving them from themselves and getting that high pick, whatever it is, keeping that for now. But you just want to see at least some wins with maybe something positive to take away. There's not a ton positive to take away from this game. Like looking for the nice moments or the nice players. There was that one Devin Neal drive, Darian,
and then it wasn't. And then it wasn't. That's the problem, Dylan. I'm trying because I know everybody sees it on the right side of the screen. Too much Taysom Hill. We're going to get to it. So I'm trying not to get to it too much right now. But you mentioned the one favorable moment was that you had a Devin Neal drive until you decided to make it a Taysom Hill moment. Until you decided that on.
Didn't I just say that? They now listen. I unfortunately for them, they follow their trash ass team. Yeah, unfortunately for them, they've probably been talking about how Taysom Hill been some. You rely on him too much on a 4th and 1. You take your quarterback out the game. You put this motherfucker in and think this defense ain't gonna play the run. He's not a good quarterback. So once you start, and then there was a shot that Onyemata had. Jesus Christ, just absolutely Goldberg speared your boy Taysom Hill. So that's the first one. I would tell you to follow these guys. Hey, listen, appreciate the content. I ain't telling no Falcons fan to follow no Saints podcast ever in life. All right, let's step in here. Hold on.
Better producing tight ends, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because you can't.
I love to see Saints fans. I love to see Saints fans just down in the
ball. You can't do anything right.
It makes my Sundays.
I'm so infuriated. I'm so upset, disappointed.
And
for the first time,
games like this.
I'm gonna be honest. This is one of those wow. I don't know if I have faith in Kellen Moore. I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know.
They stepping away from their coach.
But you know what I do know? If you guys want to get some fanatic or some
gear
for the
no damn Saints fan, no merch. No. Hold on, let's see what else we got. I want to see some of these motherfuckers rant. That's what I want to see.
Halftime adjustments didn't. I mean, look, they were moving the ball in the second half, so maybe that was the halftime adjustment for sure. But let's back it up. Let's go to that Rams game a couple weeks ago. We argued about how poor their red zone offense was.
Oh, hold on.
And
let me give it.
Man, you had a bye week. What did you work on during the bye week? It sure as hell wasn't your red zone offense. So I think that's where I get frustrated. I can understand the defense. I get it, man. AK going down probably fucks up a lot of shit, man. So yeah. Kellen Moore and AK says we'll have to evaluate. We'll have to let that go through the process of the full evaluation tomorrow and see what the outline is. All right. Well, not surprised, but
I know he's
Kellen Moore was asked about Blake Grupe and his 8 misses this year. Said that's a frustrating one. Really, dude?
Bro,
I get it. You got to be politically
correct. First few years of the post-Breeze era.
Yeah.
First of all, y'all were in salary cap hell. There was nothing y'all could do.
Ran the ball better without AK. No excuses. Yeah, that's fair.
Taysom Hill goal line call was disgusting. Literally, just need the fucking ball. Ruiz was being trucked. Let's show play QB. Stop putting Hill in as quarterback. Yeah, hold on. There's no defense for Moore, in my opinion. Yeah, we gonna have another session, man. Because I gotta wait until these Saints fans pull up and really start ranting. Let me put my music back on. In order for me to really give them that work. All right, put my music back on. Anyway, but Saints fans ain't had nothing to really look for this shit. They was trash out the gate, but we knew they was gonna be trash out the gate. We knew they was gonna be cheeks. We didn't know we was gonna be cheeks. Now again, I'll be evaluating talent when it comes to the Jets. Again, Kirk's going to be in for the remainder of the year, so this could get interesting seeing how the season ends. Now, depending on how the season ends, Atlanta still kind of got some pull. Kirk is he signed a 4-year deal. He still can't talk his way out his deal. We still own them. We still own them rights, baby. So let's just give a hypothetical. We ain't making the playoffs. Let's just say towards the end of the year, we find something. I don't know, shit. I'm just spitballing here. Kirk starts to get busy. Well, we know Penix is going to be out for the year. Well, I'm spitballing, and this is a hypothetical, but even I know this isn't going to work because Raheem and Zach, they up out of here. And then the next person you bring in, they're going to want their guy, which is going to be interesting because their guy might not be Michael Penix or Kirk Cousins, but they're going to have to make a decision. Do you keep Kirk until Penix is ready to play again and then say adios? I don't know how we got into this shit. But Raheem ain't gonna be here next year. Hey, listen, ownership, no, the fan base can't take that. We can't take Raheem getting another year. We can't take it. We want him out of here now. This has not changed anything for me, us beating the Saints. Other than I'm gonna smoke on the Saints pack all week. And I love, hold on, let me see if I can. I love how these guys that do these podcasts for the Saints, when they lose, they be in hiding for about an hour or two. Now, hold on, let me see if I can find one of these motherfuckers lurking. I want to troll them live. That's what I want to troll them live. It's no fun when I'm just sitting by myself and trolling them. I want to troll them live. Hold on. Yeah, they ain't none of them on. Ain't none of them on. Where are these motherfuckers when you need them? I need y'all. I need y'all right now. This pack ain't fun to smoke. None of them on. None of them on. Y'all are a disgrace to your fan base. Do you hear me? A disgrace. Y'all supposed to be on live right after the game like me. I pull up, win, lose, or draw. Where y'all at? I can't see none of y'all on YouTube. When y'all win, y'all be doing whole 3-hour podcasts. And then you do an hour after the game. Where y'all at now? Where y'all at now? Where y'all at now? I gotta come hunt y'all down? Come on, man, that ain't sexy. Yeah, some of the big Saints podcasters ain't even on. That's a shame. Let me look at the Falcons. Now I know we on here heavy. See, that's another thing I hate about the Saints. That's another thing I hate about y'all. I hate everything about y'all, but when y'all lose, y'all get gone. Look, Scott Kennedy on right now. Scott just started doing the after the game podcast shit. I'm on. Ryan on. Shout out to Ryan. Some of the folks from Mad Mike, they on. Where y'all at? Man, listen, y'all a disgrace. And I said it, goddammit. Y'all a disgrace. That's why your team buns. That's why your team is buns. Charles said in the press conference, Radio Raheem just said they chose to run an offense that was comfortable for Kirk. Yeah, so basically they took it out of Zach Robinson's hands. These Saints fans trash, bro. You know what? Man, if I played for the Saints, man, I'd just be paying. I'd be playing for a paycheck right now. Y'all ain't shit. They usually be. Hold on, let me do it this way. Maybe Saints podcasts. The big guy, he ain't on there. They see when they lose, they like to pop up late. They like to pop up at like 2 a.m. and shit. Well, we dropped another game. This one to the Falcons. It hurts. Meanwhile, motherfuckers is in the bed. They gotta wake up to it. I ain't even petty yet. I'm gonna be honest, man. I ain't even petty yet. I'm just a little disappointed in y'all, man. Y'all been used to losing. How can I look in my fan base, win, lose, or draw? We always showing up. But y'all did this when y'all were getting bounced out the playoffs. That last playoff run that y'all made. Dude, at that time, I was on Facebook. These guys was putting up all kind of crazy ass posts. Then when they lost and got bounced out the playoffs, they were gone for weeks. Pop up 2 weeks after they lose. Their first post is, yeah, I tried this new chicken Alfredo recipe. It was delicious. Nah, fuck that. Where have you been? Where have you been? That's why I say, man, when it comes to fan bases, our fan base, we don't duck and hide. I wish a Saints fan would try and come on here and talk about me ducking and hiding. I ain't missed an after the game pod since I started this shit damn near. 28-3 Super Bowl. My ass was on live that night and the next day. Y'all be disappearing and I don't like that shit. But then again, I don't like y'all team, so hold on. They said just go, yeah, you know what, goddamn it. Let me see if I can find it. I had it downloaded. Was it this one? Oh, there's some brand new ones that popped up. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the original. Hold on. God damn it! I hold on. I gotta find the original. I thought I had it saved. Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me make sure this is the one. Oh yeah. Hold on, man. Let me share my screen. Y'all know this never gets old. It never ever gets old. Sometimes when I'm down, like really down, which is rare. Sometimes when I'm down, I need to pick me up. A Saints rant video, it always hits the spot. I always feel better. I always do. Okay, here it goes.
Let's go, come on, hit it. Hey. Yes, you will. I bet you will. The kick is good. Slowing clutch, and with 15 seconds left on the road. And what a job by Johnny Hecker to get that snap from Jake McQuaid. Hit the foot.
I gotta hit this one more time. Get off, nigga.
Yes, you won't. I bet you won't. The kick is good. Slowing clutch, and with 15 seconds left on the road. And what a job by Johnny Hecker to get that snap from Jake McQuaid. Hit the foot.
And that's legendary. But this is literally the Saints fan base as a whole. Now listen, I love my Louisiana folk. I love my Louisiana folk. There's nothing like a woman with that accent. It's sexy. I hate everything about your trash ass team. Everything. But that's literally y'all. Y'all are front runners. When y'all are winning, it's y'all trash. And even your coach Sean Payton at one time, because I remember in that same game, he gave the choke signal, and then y'all lost. Boy was almost in tears. Your coach was almost in tears after the game, and then y'all disappeared. Y'all pulled it inside the NBA. On 3, Cancun on 3, and y'all disappeared off of social media platforms till it was safe to come out. That's y'all fan base as a whole. That's why y'all ain't on here right now. Y'all know this one hurt. Because we rivals. Y'all know it hurt. Y'all could have lost to anybody else. But us, that's like taking a hot knife to butter. It just, you can't take it. That's why y'all ain't on here right now. And I'm calling you out. I'm calling you. What? Listen, y'all buns. Y'all buns. Y'all can't even talk to me till we play y'all again. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to. My response is, we beat y'all at home. Y'all had all these opportunities to score. Y'all led time of possession, especially in the second half. Y'all took all that time off the clock twice to put up 3 points. We came up 69 seconds, put up 8. So yeah, I'm mad, man. Listen, I'm coming back on here, man. I have to wait till they come out of hiding a little bit. This may take a day or so. May take a day, maybe 2. It might take 2 business days for them to come on here and talk about how they lost and why they lost. So I got to wait till they come out of hiding. And then we're going to have a proper smoke session. Now, we can very well lose next week. And at this point, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. But beating the Saints, it's always sunny in Georgia. Always. You lose to Carolina, and it is what it is. Sometimes little brother get you sometimes. But the Saints, no, that's a different one. That's a different one right there. I hate y'all guts. This is some Macho Man Hulk Hogan shit. I hate you. Your organization, your fan base trash, your color schemes trash, your kicker, y'all know is trash because y'all gonna fire him tomorrow. This isn't an indictment on Louisiana folk outside of football. So I don't want anybody getting this misconstrued. Oh, he hate New Orleans. No, I love the people of New Orleans. I hate y'all team. During football season, I hate y'all guts. I do. But that's because, honestly, I feel like y'all don't even deserve to be in the same breath as us. Y'all had one magical season. And I give you that. Y'all basically wore Drew Brees' arm out. His arm's broken now. That man can barely hold the mic up there. And then y'all kicked him to the curb like he wasn't shit his last year there. Man, Drew's arm, man, it's off the bone. Yeah, that man gave you his arm to make y'all a competent football team. The minute he left, y'all went to trash. But I hated y'all during the Drew Brees era too. This hate goes way back. So now, you know what? God damn it, now I got smoke on the back. I'm trying to stay on maybe about another 10 minutes to see if these guys actually show up to talk about their team. But so far, I've been refreshing. I hadn't seen nothing. Let me refresh again. Man, guys must have been expecting babies this weekend or something like that. I don't know. I see we on here though deep. We on here deep. Locked On Falcons on. The only folks I'm gonna give credit to. Oh, hold on. Okay, we got one. Okay, then let me give him some shine. He popped up. He must have went and got him a drink and a nice piss.
Let's see what he's in the NFL in free agency. Draft a top tier offensive weapon. You know what I mean? And see if your offense can get going when you actually have competent players around it. This is the problem. Do you see a path to winning with Mickey controlling things? And the answer is no. I don't. As much as I want to be optimistic, I don't, because he's the guy that put you in the situation. So when you're looking at a team that has blown so much draft capital, that has signed horrible free agents, did the awful Derek Carr deal, worst cap situation in the NFL, worst drafting team in the NFL, that's the guy who got you in this hole, and now he's the one you're expecting to get him out. It's just ridiculous that you're the worst or one of the worst teams in the NFL, and there's no ramifications whatsoever, no repercussions for the guy who put you in that situation. You're trusting that guy to get you out. So no, I don't have confidence they will. I hope they will, but I don't have confidence they will.
I knew you see it.
Matt, did you land some Stag 25A this year? I have not. Man, honestly, I haven't been on the hunt.
I know he saw my comment because he went right down to the next one.
Man, and we're getting there. I mean, we're into November. I know the allocated stuff is starting to drop.
You ain't going.
Weather's getting nicer. It's whiskey weather. Like, I don't drink whiskey at all during the summer. It's just too hot. So, like, when we get to this point of the year, you know, like November through like February, March, April, those are my whiskey drinking months. And then I switch when it's pool season. Then it's tequila month. Falcons 8 weeks started so well. I mean, I'm not going to celebrate anybody's injuries, but there was reason to believe you could win this game. I did not hear anything on Will Campbell. I miss Sean Payton too, and I'll say it because there was a lot of Saints fans who were ready to see Sean Payton go. I wasn't one of them. My point all along was with Payton and Breeze, ride that thing till the wheels fell off the wagon. It took you 50 years as a franchise to find a competent head coach and a Hall of Fame quarterback.
I know y'all
ride that thing.
I know you see it.
Oh, here goes Kerry. I love Sunday Night Football, y'all. I don't care who's playing. I love Sunday Night.
And that cigar ain't got no.
I love to sit out here. This is my me time. As I get very little me time during the week. Sunday night.
We need a new everything.
Kerry, my fire. Cigar, Bocock Brothers premium cigar. Hey, if you smoke cigars, or if maybe you're a business owner, you want to give gifts, go to BocockBrothers.com. BocockBrothers.com. I'll put it in the chat.
This motherfucker trying to sell cigars.
Hang on. Use the code MAT15.
He about as clocked out on his team as I am.
15% off your order, and they have their officially licensed. They got LSU boxes and all that stuff as well.
Sell cigars.
So give them individually as gifts. Put them in gift baskets or whatever, or keep them for yourself. Put them in your humidor. Use the code MAT15. MAT15 for 15% off your order. BocockBrothers.com.
Cigar.
All right. Anything else? What y'all got?
Backspace.
Carrie's doing her thing. Means I gotta go. I gotta go grill my steak, drink my wine.
Cigars.
Get this fire a little hotter.
Have W's. Oh shit. Hold on.
Got to get that thing raging, man.
W's.
The wood, the firewood got wet this week, so getting some coals going though right now. It'll be raging a little bit. Sing it, Carrie.
Oh, I know you ain't working out this early. Come on. I know you see it.
Others go to Denver fighting for the 1 seed in the AFC. Wins over both Super Bowl teams. Turns out he's a good coach. All right, y'all, let's wrap this thing up. Do me a favor. Please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you're on Facebook, like the page, share the post. Want to remind you about Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is why I love trolling the Saints.
Much appreciated, y'all. Parish has done awesome.
But shout out to
roof repairs, replacements, commercial, residential. We do gutters. We do soft wash as well.
Shout out
like
to you,
man.
Want
to soft wash your roof, your hardscape.
Let me go ahead and get them up out of here. Yeah, man. So anyway, these guys show up a little later when they lose. It is what it is. This motherfucker's on here selling merch. Now he's selling shirts. That's what happens when you get the brakes beat out you. Let me see who else popped up. The sports code. Oh, he's a Saint.
For being, I'm pretty sure Tyler Shuck is coming. And there he is. There he is. Here we go. We'll have Pops Q in a second.
Listen, I can't respect this. Subscriber mode only. You can some of our Falcons I've refused. Hey, you know what? Let me subscribe just so I can goddamn give me some smoke. God, I gotta be on there for 5 minutes. I can't do it. No. Let me take my goddamn subscribe back. No, I'd be damned if I'm subscribed for 5 minutes to a Saints fan. The fuck out of here. But that's
at least to start. You know, it was a cool moment. And
overall, really,
we know what we have to do to fix it, and I think that's the story of the game. And there's a lot of fixable things, especially in the red zone where we just came up short, and then we'll finish it, and then it's a different story.
Thumbs down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. Who else we got? It ain't even fun to troll them. It ain't even fun to troll them. Let me refresh it again. All right, man. Yeah, they only got 2 guys on here. I respect y'all a lot more, man. If y'all actually were really down for your team, motherfuckers out here trying to sell cigars and shit. TJ, let me see if I can look him up. Jono Barnes, and then he's actually a good content creator. So maybe it's just me. Let me see if he's live. Oh, no wonder I typed that wrong. Nope. Even he ain't live. Where are the Saints fans? Let me see when was the last time he did a live. All right, last time he did a live was 4 days ago. And it's after all that hype and trash talk, the Falcons are worse than the Saints. And he posted this twice. Okay, man. Oh, hold on, y'all know I'm about to have a comment. Hold on, fam. Fam.
You know, let's play the video for them of me literally trying to tell y'all last week was what was going to happen.
Well, you got receipts?
Oh, CVS receipts, bro.
Okay, well, DJ put that receipt on.
Hold on.
But do you think that the Falcons and the Panthers, of those 2 teams, which one will get back on track?
Make sure you stream Sunday, Jono.
If any of those 2 need to get back on track, or more,
I'll be in New Mexico.
Liable to get back on track will be the
Panthers.
Panthers.
Y'all, you getting a comment right now?
So you picking the Panthers?
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually pick the Falcons. I hate to say that, and I hope I'm wrong. The way I've been picking so far, I probably will be wrong. So that's a good thing for us Falcons haters. But I do think that this is going to be typical Falcons. Like, you know, there's a reason why they're not on the show tonight, Ziggy. It's because they always do this, right? And then the Falcons, in typical Falcons form,
every time
they win a game and then they come back on the show. So I've seen this movie before. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen again. They're going to beat the Panthers.
Awesome.
Falcons fans are going to be like, we're back at 4-6, and all we got to do is beat.
They had a built-in. I'll be in New Mexico. Like they don't have goddamn Wi-Fi in New Mexico. Like, no, that ain't. Goddamn it, that ain't no excuse. That ain't no excuse. I'll be in New Mexico. So because I'm in New Mexico, I can't get. I need my studio. I need my studio. You know, I'll make a video on Wednesday. When you think the smoke is clear. Oh, he did a video on his IG. He was ranting in. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll give you a pass on that. Ain't no. Yeah, I'm in New Mexico. Unfortunately, That's part of content creating and being a fan. You need to show up when your team's hot trash, just like you would show up when they're good. Maybe that's what happened. All of them got on IG. Maybe I'm just looking on YouTube because they usually be on YouTube. But maybe this Sunday, all of them happen to be on IG. But yeah. So we gonna have a Saints smoke session. I give them 48 hours. We'll be back on this bitch on Tuesday. And then we'll see what they got to say. I can already tell you what's going on. man, Mickey Loomis is the problem, and until it's gonna be similar to us, ironically. A lot of their talking points are going to be eerily similar. The difference between us, it's even worse for us because we had plans to go to the playoffs. They're trash. Before this season started, they knew they weren't going to the playoffs. But I'll be goddamn if y'all think y'all gonna talk shit on us, get beat at home, and then go into hiding. Nah, we don't play them games. We don't play them games, fam. And for any Saints content creator that got issue with what I'm saying, I don't give a fuck. Because we smoking on that Saints pack. Yeah. Here's the crazy part. We play y'all one more time. The difference between me and some of y'all is if y'all beat us, I'm on this bitch right after the game. So to me, this isn't a one-time occurrence. This is usually what Saints fans do. Archangel says, "Stay okay." Let me refresh it. But shout out to Mr. Barnes. I've actually watched a couple of videos. I like his content. Okay, yeah. Look at how late it take them, bro. These motherfuckers went and ate dinner and shit.
I'm not even mad about the score. I'm not even mad at the fact that the Falcons beat the Saints today because in reality, y'all know it and I know it. You may not like the Atlanta Falcons, but you know that the Atlanta Falcons are a better football team than the Saints are right now. That's not a shock that the Atlanta Falcons beat the New Orleans Saints. What's the most shocking thing about all of this is how stagnant, how stale, how pathetic the New Orleans Saints looked after coming off of a bye week.
Okay. I almost didn't comment because he made that statement.
Kellen Moore is soft. This Saints organization is soft. Straight up 100% soft.
Y'all are cotton
Saints fans.
Candy.
I know my boy King Arthur be like, man, who the Bayou Ballers is? The Bayou Ballers are the Saints fans that had to subject themselves to watching this nonsense for 3.5 hours. That's who the Bayou Ballers are because they ain't got nothing.
They listen, he saw it.
The New Orleans Saints are a pathetic franchise. And they're a pathetic franchise because they keep on doing the same doggone things, the same practices, and they expect for things to change.
Ain't nothing.
You got Kellen Moore as your head coach. It's pretty obvious.
Change.
It's pretty obvious, folks,
because
that this man does not possess the skills, the ability.
Y'all say it with me.
To be able to lead men at this point. This is a guy, to me, who is way too passive to be a head coach. A guy who seems like he's coaching scared every single week. This is an organization that is so keen on trying to keep people around just for the simple fact that they're good people.
Hey,
that they're willing to
jeopardize
actual real business.
I'm gonna let him rant.
What will drive your organization forward? They're willing to sacrifice that just because they like somebody. Think about this, folks. Blake Groupie has been kicking like ass for weeks. This isn't something that we just found out. It wasn't like, oh man, what happened to Blake Groupie today? We all knew that Blake Groupie has been kicking like ass all year long. And what did the New Orleans Saints do? Kept him around. Why? No. Why are you keeping him around? Not only
pot mints
did the New Orleans Saints keep this Keebler elf cat around.
Smoking.
Not only did they keep him around like he the second coming of Brandon Aubrey. or Justin Tucker. They didn't even bring nobody in to try to scare him or anything. Keep in mind.
Hold on. Smoking the Saints pack. No,
Garrett Hartley.
Oh.
Everybody know who Garrett Hartley is, right? Kicked the Saints into the Super Bowl, kept the Saints in the Super Bowl. You would think this dude should have been a made man.
Again, keep it clean in the chat.
Garrett Hartley started shanking field goals. What did Sean Payton do? Start bringing in kickers, having kicker trials. He probably didn't want to cut him, but he wanted him to get the idea. Blake Grupe can go out here. What was the message? I can shank field goals all day and night. They ain't gonna move on away from me.
Are we still sadly in the
Saints have nobody to blame but themselves that they could not stay in this game because they decided to hold on to a kicker who has been trashed all year long.
This is coming from a Saints family.
Let's go ahead and move on to the offensive line. Cesar Ruiz is a bum. Do you hear me? Cesar Ruiz is a bum, not as a human being. Okay, I don't know him as a human being.
I'm gonna go ahead and set it out because
but as an offensive guard in the National Football League,
type of way,
he is
if you play their videos,
you can send them that
enough. And plus, Saints fans be salty. I wouldn't be surprised if I got a goddamn channel strike. But yeah, see, these are the type of videos Fam, I started off a bit lethargic. Now I feel like I can go outside and run 2 miles now. That's what Saints tears do for me. They supercharge, they power me up. I'm low-key thinking about throwing on some shoes and going for a run now. Y'all listen, Saints fans, let me holler at you. Let me holler at y'all. Y'all been trash. Y'all been trash. Y'all been in salary cap hell for as long as I can remember. You got guys that are showing up just to get a paycheck. Alvin Kamara just there to get a paycheck. You know y'all ain't going nowhere. We put Alvin Kamara out in the first quarter? What y'all got? What? Let's look in the cupboard, baby. You drafted 2 quarterbacks in back-to-back years. Both of them trash. And they healthy and trash. Y'all ain't got nothing to hold your hat on. So hold these nuts. Smoke session still coming on Tuesday, fam. I just gotta. They for whatever reason they had other stuff to do. They couldn't jump on immediately after they lost. Okay, I'll give them a pass. Y'all on the clock. Y'all got 48 hours. Y'all got 48 hours. And shout out to the Saints content creators. But just like your fan base, this is routine. Y'all disappear in games like that. After y'all lose to us, y'all get gone. It's a reoccurring theme. I've been talking about this. Listen, family, this isn't the first time I've talked about this. As it pertains to the Saints, when we play them and win, they disappear. They're not built for the hard times. They're not even built for the smoke. When we lose, I be on here. Y'all see it all the time. There'll be the team that just spanked us will hop on here, say something in the comments. I don't get mad. Hey, y'all deserve to smoke on the pack. I talk heavy shit, I should be able to take it. But they ain't avoiding me this week. Usually, I just do my Sunday. I do my Sunday pod. I go on about my week. Y'all on the clock. So with that being said and done, fam, your boy is going to hop up out of here, man. Now smoking on the Saints pack. It now starting to. Okay. That smoke's starting to get in my lungs now. We got the Jets next. I'm pretty sure they're probably, depending on if Drake comes back, but the 13 workforce, the 3 tight ends. Bijan struggled last week with Kirk Cousins under center. He had a couple he could have broke out on. The screenplay that went for 30, that would have went to the house if he didn't get clipped. But nothing is saving Zach's job or Raheem's job. Absolutely nothing. But we can evaluate and see what we got out of some of these other receivers. We already know this defense, sacking, getting to the quarterback ain't a problem. And Pierce and your boy Walker, they gonna beast. This is their first year. They are going to be absolute dogs next year. Do you hear me? Dogs. They already dogs, but I'm talking about, you know, when you get a puppy, they right now they kind of like in between. They like 10 weeks in, where you know they're gonna be a monster when they get adult size. But right now they are menace with what size they are now. You give them another offseason and a year under the belt, they are going to be dangerous. And we got these boys on rookies. We got them on rookie deals. That's why this offseason, man, you got to get Raheem out of here. And Raheem said something. You don't have losing teams. You have losing leaders. And I'm like, you couldn't have worded that any better. You've never been a winner as a coach. You have a losing record as a coach. So you're dead right with that. So let's get a winning coach in here so we can have a winning team. But what I saw from this defense today, this is what you're supposed to do to a bad team. And the offense did what they were supposed to do. Now let's see if we can replicate that against the Jets. With that being said and done, fam, I am up out of here. Y'all be on the watch with these Saints fans, whether you're on social media or not. Call and check on them. See if you go to voicemail or not. Text them. Hey, doing all right? Ain't heard from you in a couple hours. Check on your Saints family and friends. See how they're doing. When they tell you they're fine, troll the hell out of them. All week, troll the absolute hell out of them. I know I'm going to do that as soon as I get up off here. But we will reconvene on Tuesday, and we will see what these Saints fans have to say about their team. So I am up out of here, man. Y'all have yourselves a great Sunday. Enjoy this win. We needed it desperately. Oh, be sure to catch all the other content creators. Y'all know who they are. Because unlike the Saints fans, we show up the same day. We're the Amazon of fan bases. We show up same day. Well, that's if you got super duper prime. But anyway, I'm gone, man. Y'all have a great one. Peace.